Hi, my name is John. Welcome to another Banggood tool review. This time I'm going to be doing a review on a set of ball-ended Allen keys, something I need for the shop. I need a spare set for here, and also a set of metric thread repair tools like the old-fashioned helicoil inserts. I want to make one or two things perfectly clear before we get started. The first thing is Banggood don't make these. Banggood export them from China. The second thing is I've received these completely free of charge. I can do with them whatever I want. I suppose the only payment Banggood's going to get is me doing this review. Also, there's a link at the beginning of the video in the description box. If you click on the link and buy any of these tools, in fact if you buy anything after clicking on my link from Banggood, I do get a small amount of commission. As I keep saying, it won't be enough to make us retire, but it'll certainly help us to make more and better videos. That being said, let's get on with it and see what these tools can do. I'm going to do obviously some thread repairs. This will be real world stuff. I'll probably just drill them freehand. If the drills are shite, I'll just say they're shite. This will be a real review. I don't need to tell stories or make things up. So let's just see exactly how they get on. The first thing I'm going to do is the Allen keys. They come in a handy little plastic holder. Go from 2.5 to 10mm. One thing I haven't got a 7mm Allen key. Now 7mm is quite popular in the motor trade. They look alright. What can you say about them, the Allen keys? What I'll do, I'll get a couple of Allen bolts and I'll put the Allen bolts in a vise and I'll abuse the Allen keys and see how strong they are. I don't see what else I can do to do a test on them really. They look alright, they look quite nice. I like the idea of a holder to keep them all together. As I said, I do need a spare set for the shop, for up the shop where the plasma cutter is. Right, the first unlucky Allen key is a 4mm. That's a ball end. It's quite good because if you can't get straight in, you can drive it at an angle like that. That's the idea of the ball. You've got a bit of universal on it. The ordinary end is quite a good fit. We'll put a bit of torque on it and see what happens. You don't want them to snap, but you don't want them to twist up. That's as much force as you're going to ever put on a 4mm Allen key. It's taking that, no problem at all. Right, we'll go up a little bit. Right, this is a 6mm Allen key, probably the most popular one. To see the ball end, once again your universal drive. And that's a good fit. And I'm putting quite a bit of torque through that. What I'll do, I'll give it a little bit more just to see how much. I mean, I'm not going to break them, I don't want to break them. I just want to show that they are shite or not shite, basically. So this is a classic tool abuse ring spanner across the Allen key. And I'm putting a lot of force on that. Right, it doesn't want to snap, it's not twisting up, so obviously they're decent material. Right, next the 8mm Allen key, which is a 10mm bolt size. Once again, nice fit. Nothing the matter with them. If that had been a poor grade Allen key, it would have bent or snapped. It's actually slipping in the face. The face has got soft jaws on it. I don't think it'll slip in there. Right, there's nothing the matter with that. Right, so the Allen keys, I don't see what else I can do with them. They're as good as anything I've used. That's also like a rubberized tool, that's not hard plastic. Sometimes these are hard plastic and they break, and it is what it is. I'm quite impressed. Right now for the helicoil kit, or the thread repair kit. When it came, it was in this box with a little bit of sellotape around it inside a plastic bag. You can see it's been dropped. It's actually burst the catch there, in the lid there is also broken off it. This is one of the big problems I've got with Banggood. The packaging's terrible, a lot of the stuff comes damaged. So when I opened it up, these are all scattered everywhere inside the bag, and it's actually missing the drill for the 8mm and the tap for the 5mm. As it happens, I've got a spare drill, 8.3mm drill, and I think I've got a 5mm helicoil tap. So we can't basically test them bits, but we can test what we have got. That's basically a direct copy of a helicoil thread repair kit. I've done lots of thread repairs. I do lots at work. I've got lots of helicoil kits at work. Some of them are strange threads, being motor trade. We use different threads. These are the standard threads, 5, 6, 8, 10 and 12. These will be a handy set for me to keep in the garage at home for the odd occasion where I need to put a helicoil in. Each kit comes with a special drill. The tap, it's basically a number 2 tap, the middle tap. Set of thread inserts, an insert tool for putting them in, and a little tool for snapping the tang off. You've seen me put helicoils in before. I'll put 1 or 2 in, basically just to test how good the drills are. You normally find your helicoiling material, it'll be aluminium or cast iron. Very rarely you get a strip thread in hard steel, so nearly always aluminium or cast iron. Motor trade, it's nearly always aluminium. This is an air conditioning compressor of a car. It's actually scrap, it doesn't work anymore. All I want to do is demonstrate a helicoil repair on a stripped hole. That's an 8x125mm hole. It's not stripped, but I want to show you what you would do if it was stripped. The first thing to do was drill it out with the correct helicoil drill, which is the one I haven't got, 8.3. So we'll use my 8.3mm drill. Now I could mount this in a milling machine, get it all nice and square and drill it that way, but quite often the sort of repair I do, it's on an engine that's in a car and you just can't put the car into a drill press, so you drill it freehand. So you line the drill up as best you can, drill it freehand and put the tap in freehand. And if you're careful, you can get them very accurate indeed. So you line your drill up. Quite often you have 2 people, one looking one way, one the other way. If you can drill all the way through, you do, because it means if anything goes wrong, you snap a tap in there, you can punch it all the way through. Right, once the hole's drilled, we need to use a special tap to put some threads into it. WD-40 is a good lubricant for aluminium. I would normally use a T-handle type tap that I can put onto a ratchet, onto a socket, but they're at work, so I'll use an ordinary tap wrench holder, or ordinary tap holder. Well, you must make sure that the tap is straight. These taps are sharp, they're new. Right, it started there. You look down it as many ways as you possibly can to make sure it's square. You could put a little square on there just to make sure, but that tap looks pretty good to me. Right, next thing is to cut the thread. It's only aluminium, it's soft, so obviously the tap's going in, no problem at all. Right, so we've got some nice clean threads in there. Let's wash them out a little bit. Right, next thing is the insert. Inserts come in 3 sizes, 1D, 2D and 3D. These are 2D, I think. You can cut them to length. a good set of side cutters. You just snip them whatever length you need them. I'll be able to get a full length one into here. On the bottom of the helicoil, or the bottom of the insert, there's a little tang. That's what drives it. You've got an insert tool here, which has also got a depth stop on you can adjust. So that goes into there, into that little tang. That's what drives it in. Right, basically, carefully wind it in. You don't put Loctite on, you don't need to. Once these are in, they won't come out. And now I need to go a good half thread below the surface of the hole, like that. And you get a little tool and you use that to snap the tang off. If it's in a blind hole, you get a magnet and lift it out with a magnet. Right, so now in there we've got an 8x125 helicoil, or a 8x125 thread insert. That's an 8x125mm bolt, which screws in, no problem at all. Right, once again we're giving the Allen key some real abuse. We're really trying it there. And that's way more torque than you would put on an 8mm bolt. We've got another hole here. There's no threads on that one. I'll drill that one out 10mm and put a 10mm insert into that one. Drills are certainly nice and sharp, but we're only drilling soft aluminium. Certainly nothing the matter with that. This time we're using the 10mm tap. Check all ways and make sure it's as straight as you can get it. Often you can use a piece of bar with a hole in and clamp that on. It's a nice clearance fit for the drill, just to get it in true. If it was a cylinder block, you would clamp on a block of steel with a clearance hole in to make sure you had the tap and the tap drill going in nice and true. Right, so we've got some threads in there. And so that's the insert. We can use full depth. Like I say, just nip a coil off if you need it shortening. And that simply screws in. You can tell when it starts, it's a little bit of resistance, but it's not really stiff to screw in. Right, so that's half a thread below the surface of the hole. Just like that. That's a 10mm bolt. I've got a flange here and they're 6mm holes. 6mm is very, very popular. 6x1. It's important, really important, that that hole remains parallel or square to that face. This could be an engine block or a gearbox casing, something where it's important that that's square to the job. So it's no good sort of guessing. The first thing I'm going to do, using the correct drill, is just start to drill in the hole. No more than start it. Right, all we're doing is start the hole to the correct size. I've got an adapter plate here, I've got lots of these. That one there, that's a drill size for 6mm thread repair. And it's also the clearance size hole for the tap. So if we put the drill into there like that, that's going to line it up on the hole. Then we can clamp that into place. Right, so that's clamped down, the hole's still in line. So now we can use that to drill the hole. That's a gauge which will keep the drill nice and straight. A little bit of lubricant always helps. Drills on the hole are very, very sharp. Right, so that's down to the bottom of the hole. Next thing, you turn it round, clean the hole out. Line that up with the hole you've already drilled. Use the drill that way around to line that up. Right, that's sort of in the centre there. Right, next, the tap goes in, and that is a good fit on the hole, so that's going to keep the helicoil tap nice and square. Can't do anything else but go in straight. This is a blind hole this time, so we'll have to be careful. And once again we'll get a full length insert into there. And half a thread below the surface. Knock the top off. And a little magnet to be able to lift that out of there. I haven't got a little magnet here, unfortunately. And so a 6mm bolt goes in there quite nicely. You see how the ball end of the Allen key works, how you probably got about 15 degrees off being straight, and it will work. Right, so a 6mm thread, that's as much torque as I'm ever going to put on a 6mm bolt. This is total tool abuse. I'm very impressed with the Allen keys, I must admit. It is how I expect the inserts. No problem at all. No attempt to pull out. Once they're in, they're inserted properly, they give no trouble. I used to work on racing car stuff, gearboxes, fuel and gearboxes, magnesium casings, and all the threads were helicoiled, had inserts in from new. I mean, basically things aren't designed to, bolts in aluminium aren't designed to go in and out loads of times, they're basically assembled and then that's it. Right, I'm sure you'll agree that they did basically what they're supposed to do. I was really impressed with the Allen keys. I tried to break them and I couldn't, so they certainly passed the tool abuse test, I suppose. The helicoils, the thread inserts, they're exactly what they're supposed to do. I've used inserts for years and that's just what they are. I didn't try drilling any hard steel because basically that's not what they're for. They're for putting thread repair kits into soft aluminium and cast iron. The question is, would I buy a set? Definitely. I would have a set of them in my workshop just for the odd time when you pull a thread and you need to repair it. And the Allen keys, well, I use them all the time. Don't forget, there's a link in the description box. If you click on the link and buy anything from Banggood, I get a little bit of kickback. If there's anything you find on Banggood you'd like us to do a review on, obviously just tooling, because Banggood sells some weird and wonderful things. But any item of tooling that applies to the sort of thing I do, send us an email. I'll get in touch with Banggood and see what can be done. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Hi, my name's John with an itchy nose.